Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a almost full face of first impressions. I've got quite a lot of new stuff. Not all of it is brand new, but for the most part new to me. So we're just going to jump right on in. I've already moisturized my skin. So what I picked up right here is from Makeup Revolution. It is their Pro Base Aqua Priming Base. I'm really hoping that I can find something similar to the Smashbox Primer Water, because I love that stuff so much, but it's just too expensive. I can't. So I'm gonna see how this guy performs. So just always shake it up right here. So this says it's the perfect base underneath your makeup. The easily absorbed water enhanced with multivitamins hydrates skin for hours. Okay, the mister on here is really nice. It does have a very light, maybe like a floral scent, but it's not a lot. So we'll see how that works. It does feel really good, and I like the mister on there. I've really been into using an illuminating primer on the outsides of my face. So I got this one from Physicians Formula. It's their Spotlight Illuminating Primer. Now I bought this because it looks really beautiful, but also at Rite Aid, Physicians Formula was doing a buy one get one free. What? So I'm like, okay, I'm getting this, and then for the free one, I picked up the Rosé All Day. This is an oil-free serum. I'm gonna try this at night, so I'm not gonna use this right now, but this is what I'm so excited for. It does come with a pump. So I will just put this on the outer sections of my face. You know, anytime you get something with a pump, it always takes about 100 years for the pump to work. There we go. That's really pretty looking. It's definitely thicker. It's almost like a gold. So we'll see. Yeah, it's got some glow to it. Like it so far. And I always just focus illuminating stuff on the outer perimeters of my face. This is really pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that glow. Oh, I love this so far. Okay. Whew. So pretty. Okay, so I don't have a new primer. So I'm going to go in today with the Never Touch Up Goodbye Pores. This primer is really good. I will link my full video on the Ruby Kisses line down below for you. Okay, so now that my skin is all primed and ready to go, I'm going to go in with foundation. Now this is the LA Girl, it's the Pro Matte foundation. I've heard so many good things about this foundation, and I have been so excited to give it a try. I finally picked it up. I got the color medium beige. The thing is, it's a frosted bottle, and so the foundation inside looks really light. Online, I thought I was going to be the one underneath this. I think it was natural, but when I was holding them up in the store, I mean, even this one looks really light. But it's probably just because of the bottle, so I don't know. This might be a little dark for me. We'll find out. It does come with a pump, which is amazing. And again, oh, that one, oh. Whoa, it's watery. Look at that. Okay, I did not see that coming. I think the color might be just fine. So I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge. And we're just going to go right on in. No smell. So I've been so excited to give this foundation a try. And I was looking at it online. I think on the Ulta website, they were doing like a sale on this brand, and so I was looking at purchasing it, and I decided to go down and like read the reviews on it, and so many people were saying it made them break out like crazy. And so I ended up not buying it that day, but then when I went into the Ulta store, I picked up the foundation again and was like, oh, I really want to try it though. I don't know, like I don't have sensitive skin, so you know, I don't think it'll be a problem. So I will have to let you know. The coverage on here is gorgeous. Look at that. It canceled tons of stuff out. I'll have to just let you know as I continue to wear this more if I continue to wear this more. If I have any kind of reactions to it, and I will just have to keep updating you in future videos or the description box down below. So, you know, we'll see how that works. So that's one layer. You saw I did like a pump and a half. Was that 2 pumps? It's not quite as full coverage, but it's definitely matte, and I like that. So maybe I was supposed to shake it first. That was really watery. So let me just shake it up. No, it's still just as runny. So it's definitely a thinner foundation. I'm just going to kind of layer it up in some of these areas that I normally have some issues with. I've got a ton of breakouts right now. It layers up really nicely. The coverage on here is really nice. It's not full coverage for me. Okay guys, so that's the foundation on. I think it looks really good. The color match ended up being perfect for me. You can see I was able to blend it down nicely. I'm really enjoying it. It's not full coverage, but I'm okay with that. I'm so excited for this. Okay, so this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Okay, so based on online, I matched myself to C6, which of course they were out of. They had C5 and C7, but with C5, so we'll see how this one works. The applicator on here is quite funny. It's really long. Why is it so long? And I'm just going to put this in my normal areas. So I'm going to start over here. This might be kind of peachy. We'll see. So I always start down the center of my face. And I'm going to go in and I start down here, just buffing this out. For highlighting purposes, this might be too dark, so I'm pretty glad I did not get C6. Also does not have full coverage. You can still see, I think those are moles that I have right there. You can still see them. So this concealer might be more of like a natural day kind of a concealer for me. So I think if I wanted this to brighten, I would have needed to go lighter. You guys know my concealer trick. I'm going to get my brush ready. I am going in with the Coty Airspun, and we are going to start right over here. It's definitely a thinner consistency, so like this is a bit more than I normally put on, but I need it to go in this whole area, so because it's so thin, I'm going to use a bit more than I normally do. Definitely doesn't look bad. I think it looks really good. It's just, it's not highlighting for me, and it's not very full coverage at all. Like you can still see everything right here, whereas with my other concealers it covers this whole area way fuller, so you can't even see like my pores and stuff. So it's a thinner concealer, just keep that in mind. Go in and set right under here, and I don't have a new powder to try out, so I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my Coty Airspun. I'm going to set my foundation with my usual NYX No Filter powder. I'm going to do my bronzer, let my camera cool down, and then I'll come back on. We're going to try some more new products and see how everything looks. Okay, so I've got bronzer and brows on. I'm loving my makeup so much right now. I look so smooth and amazing, and it's not full coverage, so I'm shocked that I'm loving this as much as I do. So we need to go in with blush now. This says new from e.l.f. You know how everything from e.l.f. says it's new, but this is their matte blush duos. It's soft and subtle, so let me get this out. I think I'm going to end up going with one of these colors today. This is what the two shades look like. Very, very nude. Don't even know if that's going to show on me. And then this is kind of like mauve-y. So I'm probably just going to kind of mix them up. That's really pretty. I always do bronzer, blush, and then highlight. Something itches right here. Ugh, this looks, can you see that? This does not look very good right now. Okay, I'm going to go with the dual fiber brush and blend this blush out. It's looking a little bit crazy. It just looks really funny, but it's only on this side, so I must have done something. Oops. So for highlight, again, this is new from e.l.f. It's their shimmer highlighter powder. This is in Starlight Glow. I love the highlight e.l.f. Natural Glow palette. I have a full review on this. I'll leave down below. So I wanted to give this one a try. Look how gorgeous it is. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I'm going to just go in with this dry and see how that looks. Oh my god. I'm so in love. I bet you if I got my brush wet first, this would look so amazing. While that sits, I would normally do my brows, but because I already did them, I'm just going to apply a little bit of nose contour. I don't always show this. Well, actually, I think I always don't show it. It's a funny way to word things, right? But I just go into a very cool tone shade. This is the Kat Von D palette, and it's the cooler toned one. I use a big fluffy Morphe M330 brush, and I just put this right along the sides of where the highlight ends. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit more of that Coty Airspun and go right beside. Just going to blend this away now. And then you can also blend up into your blush and highlight if you ever feel like you want them to look a little bit more cohesive, or if you feel like your blush and highlight are way too intense, crazy that day. Brush this powder up into it, just sweep it down, and it's going to tone it down a ton. Oh my god, I feel like product just lifted right there. It did. What happened? Oh man. Okay, only right here on my nose, product has lifted. You can now see my skin. But it's so weird because that did not happen anywhere else. I'm going to go in with the foundation side that I was using with my Beauty Blender and just kind of put a little bit more down. I don't think I like that e.l.f. highlighter down my nose. It's a bit too chunky. And I feel like maybe that is what has caused this issue. But it looks beautiful on the skin, on the cheeks. What I'm gonna do now is jump off camera, just kind of finish up a little bit of my eyes. We'll come back on and do lips, and then I will talk a little bit more about all of the products. Alright, so I did my eyes, and I put some of that highlight on the inner corners as well as underneath my brows. I don't know if you can really tell, but it looks really good. So for lips, I've got new from e.l.f. This is their liquid matte lipstick. It's in the color Blushing Rose. It looks really pretty. It's like that mauve. It's a little bit cool toned, but it looks like a kind of color that I really like. So, ooh, this dries down really, really fast. The color is extremely cool toned and very purple. I don't love it for me, but it's nice. I like the formula. It is very, very dry, but it's really, it's not patchy at all. It's very smooth. The applicator on here is pretty interesting in, it's got a little hole in the middle, which I don't really understand why, but it's really, really pointy. So I was able to really line my lips with this, and my lips are already, they're uneven naturally, so you know, this is just my lips. But that's drying. The more that it's drying down, the drier it's getting. So I definitely would recommend putting like a gloss on top of it. Alright guys, so this is the look fully done. I love how my makeup came out today. I've got to say, my skin looks so good. So we'll start from the beginning. This highlight from Physicians Formula, I'm loving. It's a really great formula. It stays nice and illuminating. You can still see it through my foundation, which I love. And so right now, totally loving this. I'll definitely keep using that. This I really like right now. I'm going to have to keep trying it out and seeing how I like to use it and all of that. First impressions though, I really, really like that. I'll definitely keep using it. Then we had the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. This looks beautiful. It is not full coverage. For some reason, it's watery. Whenever something says matte, for whatever reason, I always think it's going to have a thicker consistency. So this one does not. It's quite thin. I ended up buying one darker than what I matched myself to online, and it ended up being perfect. Again, I'll have to keep you updated on if this makes me break out, but I can tell I will be reaching for this so much because I love how my skin looks right now, and it is not full coverage, so I'm shocked by that. Then we have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm loving this right now. I think that I need to get a lighter shade if I'm looking to highlight my face, which is what I do with concealer. I always want it to be lighter so that it shows right on through, makes me look nice and bright. This one kind of blends right on in, so it's not good right now. C5 for highlighting for me, so I'll probably end up returning it and getting a different lighter shade, but I'm loving this. I do have some creasing, but it's not a full coverage concealer, and it ended up covering just enough. So I'm really liking this. I'm really enjoying it. I will keep using that when I get the right shade. Then we have the e.l.f. blush. So right now, you know, I don't know about this. I think that it looked fine, but the shade range in here, not really what I was looking for. This one does not show up on its own, so I have to mix them. The e.l.f. highlight. Oh man, I love this. This is so pretty. This is gorgeous. I love how my cheeks look. I would not recommend putting this down the center of the nose. It's just a little bit too chunky for me, so I'll just be keeping it on, you know, the cheeks, maybe for some inner corner highlight, because I really am loving that. And I already talked about the lipstick. So that'll be the end of today's video, you guys. Check the description bar. I will continue updating you on how these products work the more that I use them. I will definitely continue using them all. I'm really loving them right now. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!